Imagine a car worth $500,000 and it doesn't even have back seats. Well, that's the level of madness Mercedes is cooking up for 2025 and 2026 as we count down 12 new Mercedes models you simply can't miss. Number 12. Mercedes-Maybach SL Mythos. Mercedes is rolling out the Mythos sub-brand, and the very first model makes a statement that says, "I'm rare, and I know it." This is the SL Mythos Speedster, essentially a reimagined SL Roadster stripped of its rear seats, given a chopped-down windscreen, and topped with sculpted roll hoops that look like they were borrowed straight from a concept sketch. The two-tone paintwork is classic Maybach, but the blacked-out hood with a Mythos insignia feels like a luxury brand flexing its exclusivity. Don't mistake it for just a design exercise, though the Mythos is expected to outperform the AMG SL E-Performance's 600 kilowatts hybrid output, putting it right up against Ferrari and Lamborghini territory. The catch? You won't find one casually sitting at a dealership. This is collector-only territory, ultra-limited and aimed at people who likely already own 3 S-Classes and an island or two. With Maybach sales surging 19% in 2023, Mercedes clearly decided the ladder to luxury needed one more rung, this one made of solid gold. And if you think a two-seater Maybach sounds excessive, just wait until you see how Mercedes refreshes the G-Wagon next. Number 11. Mercedes-Benz G-Class 2025 G550 Refresh. The G-Wagon has always been a paradox. Military roots dressed up in luxury tailoring, and the 2025 G550 Refresh doesn't mess with that winning formula, but it does add some polish. You'll notice a cleaner new grille, a reshaped bumper, and even a roof spoiler that's less about track days and more about subtle aerodynamics. Under the hood, things get more interesting. A 3-liter inline-6 turbo with a 48-volt mild hybrid assist. Together, it cranks out 443 horsepower through a 9-speed automatic. That translates into a 0-60 sprint of just 5.3 seconds, which is frankly ridiculous for something shaped like a luxury shipping container. Off-road credibility is still here in spades. Triple locking differentials, adaptive suspension, and full-time 4-wheel drive. It'll crawl over rocks just as confidently as it'll crawl through Beverly Hills traffic. Inside, you've got a 12.3-inch digital cockpit, Napa leather, and even optional massaging seats. With the professional package, you can lean into its rugged side skid plates, roof racks, all the gear you'll never use but will definitely brag about. Priced around $150,000, it's far from efficient, but that's not why people buy G-Wagons. They buy them because, well, it's a G-Wagon. And speaking of excess, what if you could get all that luxury, but tuned by AMG and capable of embarrassing sports cars? That's exactly where we're headed next. Number 10. Mercedes-AMG GLE-Class 2025 Update. If the G-Wagon is too boxy for your taste, the AMG GLE-Class brings similar luxury with a sleeker, more family-friendly profile and a lot more speed. For 2025, Mercedes is offering 2 flavors, the GLE 53 and the GLE 63 seconds. The GLE 53 delivers 429 horsepower with help from a mild hybrid system, doing 0-60 inches, a brisk 4.4 seconds. Impressive, but the GLE 63 seconds dials things up to 603 horsepower and a jaw-dropping 3.4-second sprint to 60. That's supercar performance in an SUV that can also tow 7,700 pounds and swallow a Costco run in one trip. Inside, it's as indulgent as it is intimidating. New interior color options, plush Napa leathers, a fingerprint start ignition, and a panoramic sunroof keep things modern. Add in noise insulation upgrades, heated armrests, and massaging seats, and you're basically riding a moving spa. Despite the brute power, the GLE can still touch 23 mpg highway, which is respectable for its size. The Smart Buy is arguably the GLE 53 SUV. It balances daily practicality with AMG excitement. But if you want bragging rights, the 63 seconds coupe is the one. And if you think 603 horsepower in an SUV is crazy, wait until you hear about the GLS 63, a 3-row family hauler that moves like a missile. Number 9. Mercedes-AMG GLS 63 2025 full-size SUV. Here's the ultimate contradiction. A 3-row family SUV that accelerates like a track machine. The AMG GLS 63 packs a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 paired with a mild hybrid system, pumping out 603 horsepower. The result? A 0-60 time of just 3.6 seconds. Yes, this 7-seater moves like a Porsche 911. Handling is surprisingly sharp for something this large, thanks to adaptive air suspension that keeps body roll in check. But the real AMG treatment shows up inside. Massaging front seats, heated rear seats, customizable trims, and AMG crests stitched into just about everything. Even the fingerprint scanner feels like a flex because apparently a key isn't exclusive enough anymore. Need practicality? Fold down the rear seats and you can fit 30 carry-on bags or, a small nation's worth of groceries. Fuel economy is predictably thirsty at 14 city, 18 highway. But anyone buying a GLS 63 probably has a fuel card attached to a corporate account. At $150,000 and up, it's big, loud, and unapologetically excessive. But it works, because it doesn't try to hide what it is. An absurdly fast family hauler for people who can afford absurdity. But while that's impressive, here's what happens. Mercedes turns its attention from size to sophistication. Number 8. Mercedes-Maybach S-Class, 2026. Refresh. When you already own the most luxurious sedan on the road, how do you make it better? For Mercedes, the answer is a refresh that's more about refinement than reinvention. The 2026 Maybach S-Class keeps its stretched wheelbase and unmistakable silhouette, but gets a sharper look with new lighting signatures, headlights, and taillights that now incorporate the iconic Mercedes star motif. The grille also grows bolder, stretching deeper into the bumper, as if to remind everyone else who really runs this segment. Powertrains carry over, but that's hardly bad news. Buyers still get to choose between a V8 mild hybrid with 492 horsepower, a 621 HP twin-turbo V12, or a plug-in hybrid good for 510 horsepower. Subtle, it is not. Inside, details are still under wraps, though it's safe to expect an even more lavish upgrade to the already decadent Maybach lounge. Think more leather, more chrome, and more tech disguised as art. What's really happening here is strategy. By extending the current 7th gen's life, Mercedes keeps the Maybach firmly in play for gas-powered ultra-luxury buyers, while the brand transitions toward electrification. It's a reminder that Maybach doesn't just keep up with the times it sets them. And if you think a 6-figure sedan is peak indulgence, wait until you see how Mercedes squeezes sportiness into the sleek GLC Coupe. Number 7. Mercedes-Benz GLC Coupe, 2025 refresh. Think of the GLC Coupe as the SUV that wanted to be a runway model. Its sloping roofline trades some practicality for looks, and for 2025 it gets a few subtle upgrades to stay camera-ready. New paint shades like Alpine Gray and Verde Silver Metallic join the palette, while the front fascia and rear detailing are sharpened for a fresher, sportier stance. Underneath the glam, there's substance. A 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder with a 48-volt mild hybrid system delivers 255 horsepower, plus a 23 HP boost for smooth, quick bursts of acceleration. Standard all-wheel drive and a 9-speed automatic keep it confident in all conditions. Expect 0-60 miles per hour in about 5.7 seconds, quick enough for most drivers. Inside, you're not short on toys, heated seats, a panoramic sunroof, wireless charging, and if you're willing to splurge the 710-watt Burmester audio system, safety is also a priority, with adaptive cruise, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and a clever new center airbag for side impacts. Cargo space? At 19.2 cubic feet, it's tighter than the boxier GLC SUV, but that's the price of style. Starting around $60,000, the GLC Coupe delivers the luxury tech Mercedes buyers expect, wrapped in a sportier silhouette. But if you think this is Mercedes' idea of sporty, buckle up. The S-Class refresh takes luxury sedans into supercar territory. Number 6. Mercedes-Benz S-Class, 2026 refresh. The S-Class has always been Mercedes' crown jewel, the car that defines what luxury means for everyone else. For 2026, it's getting a mid-cycle refresh, and while it's not an all-new generation, the changes are significant. The front end gets headlights inspired by the Mercedes star logo, paired with a deeper, more imposing grille and sportier bumper accents. At the back, redesigned taillights echo the same star motif, tying the look together with futuristic flair. The cabin tech is where things really move forward. Expect the latest hyperscreen setup, a sweeping glass panel that blends multiple displays into a single curved dashboard. The result is part spaceship, part 5-star lounge. Under the hood, the range continues to impress. Smooth 6 cylinders, muscular V8s, and plug-in hybrids remain on offer. But the real showstopper is the AMG S63E performance, combining a V8 with hybrid tech for a staggering 791 horsepower and over 1,000 pounds-ft of torque. That's not a typo, it's basically a rocket disguised as a luxury sedan. With an official debut looming, the refreshed S-Class is once again set to confirm what we already know. In the luxury sedan world, it's the benchmark. And if that's too much car for you, the E-Class comes in as the just-right middle child, though it's hardly basic. Number 5. Mercedes-Benz E-Class, 2025 launch. The 2025 E-Class is Mercedes' way of saying luxury doesn't always have to cost 6 figures. Slotting between the compact C-Class and the flagship S, the E-Class brings balance, and this new generation leans heavily on tech. 2 versions headline the lineup. The E350 uses a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder hybrid setup for 255 horsepower, good for 0-60 inches 5.8 seconds. The step-up E450 features a 3-liter inline-6 with mild hybrid boost, producing 375 horsepower and slicing the 0-60 run to 4.4 seconds. On the highway, it can stretch to 35 mpg, making it one of the most efficient Mercedes sedans ever. Inside, the focus is equal parts elegance and digital wizardry. Buyers can opt for a dual-screen dashboard or go all-in with the triple-display Hyperscreen Lite. Augmented reality assists navigation, while built-in apps like Zoom and TikTok make it possible to work or waste time from the driver's seat. Leather upholstery, customizable ambient lighting, and a 17-speaker Burmester system in top trims keep the cabin upscale. Safety tech is top-notch, with a new center airbag to improve side impact protection. Add fresh styling touches like an illuminated grille, a head-up display, and a new Patagonia red paint option, and the E-Class feels sharper than ever. Starting from $63,000, it's the smart luxury sedan for those who want Mercedes magic without S-Class prices. Now, after the elegance and balance of the E-Class, Mercedes shifts gears into something far more aggressive. At number 4, the next-gen GLE is already turning heads in prototype form. Number 4. Mercedes-Benz GLE-Class, 2027 prototype spotted. When a prototype GLE with camo paint gets caught by spy photographers, the internet pays attention, and this time, it's not just a facelift. The 2027 GLE-Class is shaping up to be a major redesign. Up front, Mercedes is going bold. Illuminated logos built directly into the headlights give the SUV a futuristic scowl, and the reshaped fascia leans wider and more aggressive. Think business suit, but tailored by a sci-fi director. Inside, the cabin takes another step toward digital dominance. A larger infotainment screen paired with an overhauled UX promises a smoother experience, while the redesigned steering wheel is sharper and sportier. The real gem, though, is under the skin. The AMG GLE-53 plug-in hybrid is expected to deliver around 536 horsepower by combining a turbocharged inline-6 with electric boost. And if rumors hold true, the GLE might even borrow the G-Class's transparent hood camera system, letting drivers see through the engine bay for precision off-roading. Strategically, Mercedes is keeping its internal combustion SUVs competitive as EVs eat more market share. So, if the EQS SUV isn't your thing, the 2027 GLE is here to make sure gasoline still has swagger. And if you thought a family SUV with a see-through hood was quirky, wait until you hear what Mercedes has done to its workhorse van. Number 3. Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, 2025 refresh. The Sprinter has always been Mercedes' utility player, a van that can be a cargo hauler, a crew shuttle, or a full-blown luxury coach. For 2025, it's not trying to reinvent itself, it's doubling down on why it's the industry leader. 2 diesel engines anchor the lineup, offering 168 or 208 horsepower, paired with optional all-wheel drive for confidence in rain, snow, or job site mud. The numbers speak for themselves. Up to 6,812 pounds of payload capacity and 7,500 pounds of towing. That's more than many SUVs wearing a luxury badge. Inside, the upgrades are subtle but smart. Heated swivel seats let you turn the cabin into a mobile office, while new comfort touches like a heated steering wheel make long drives bearable. Tech also gets a bump. Rain-sensing wipers, cyclist alerts, and 360-degree pedestrian detection all add layers of safety in tight city streets. Cargo capacity maxes out at 533 cubic feet, which is enough to swallow an entire tiny house. Prices range from around $53,000 to $67,000, depending on configuration. It's practical, versatile, and still the benchmark whether you're building it out as a delivery van, a shuttle, or the next great Instagram-ready camper. But Mercedes knows not everyone wants a box on wheels. The CLA is waiting in the wings to show how entry-level can still feel premium. Number 2. Mercedes-Benz CLA-Class 2026 New Generation. Mercedes has always needed a gateway car, something compact, stylish, and not eye-wateringly expensive. Enter the next-gen CLA-Class, arriving in 2026 with a complete overhaul. Sleeker, sharper, and inspired by Mercedes' futuristic concept cars, the new CLA is designed to catch eyes without shouting for attention. The platform is new and modular, meaning it will underpin multiple body types, but the hybrid is the star here. A 1.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder paired with a 48-volt hybrid system delivers 188 horsepower and 221 pounds-feet of torque. It's not a rocket ship, but it's efficient, nimble, and smartly balanced for city living. The cabin is where Mercedes flexes. A wide digital display stretches across the dash, creating the illusion of a single screen that runs from door to door. The Hey Mercedes voice assistant goes beyond commands. It learns your habits, whether that's blasting 90 seconds hip-hop on the commute home or preheating the cabin before your 7 a.m. coffee run. At around $46,000, it positions itself against the Audi A3 and BMW 2 Series, but with more style and better tech. The CLA proves you don't need a six-figure budget to get a slice of the Mercedes experience. Of course, if money is no object, the crown jewel is waiting. Mercedes' flagship electric SUV. Number 1. Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV 2025 update. This is it, the EQS SUV, Mercedes' electric crown jewel, and the model that shows just how serious the brand is about the EV era. For 2025, the lineup sharpens with new luxuries and a few performance tweaks. 3 main flavors anchor the range. The EQS 450 Plus offers 335 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, and up to 323 miles of range. Step up to the 454 Matic, and you get all-wheel drive with 355 horsepower. But the headliner is the EQS 584 Matic, packing 536 horsepower and a thundering 633 pounds-feet of torque, enough for a 0-60 sprint in about 4 seconds. Charging from 10 to 80% takes roughly 31 minutes on a fast charger, which is just long enough for a coffee and a scroll through TikTok. Inside, the experience is pure theater. A massive hyperscreen dashboard, ambient lighting with dozens of themes, 4-zone climate control, wireless charging, and even HEPA-grade air filtration. New extras like soft close doors and 22-inch AMG wheels push the luxury quotient even higher. Cargo space sits at 31 cubic feet, with seating for 5 or 7 depending on spec. Positioned against the Tesla Model X and BMW iX, the EQS SUV doesn't just compete, it redefines the electric flagship SUV class. And with that, the question isn't whether one of these Mercedes models fits your lifestyle, it's which one. So which of these futuristic Mercedes models do you think fits the best for you? Let us know in the comments.